Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new edition of Entertainment News on Channels TV with me, Mayowa Ogundele. The next 30 minutes will be pretty fast and exciting, so get your seatbelts on and let's celebrate this Valentine's season together. So without any further ado, let's open the show with a look at what the love bug is causing in town. Stay tuned.
It's that part of the year again when love comes to the front burner. It's the 14th day of February and love frenzy is on the eye.
I'm actually very excited that the election has been postponed, and I'm happy Valentine's Day is going to hold. My birthday falls the day after Valentine's, so I get the two gifts together.
Anything that turns people's attention towards affectionate display and being particularly nice is a good thing. Valentine's Day is a day where the focus is on love, and there's not enough love in the world. So if there's one day where everybody focuses on love, I think it's a good and positive thing.
The shelves are filled with gift items and they are quickly being picked up.
My girlfriend, she wants a pair of nice shoes and a wristwatch or something. I think that's what I'll get for her.
I'm thinking of getting a chocolate and a rose with a card alongside.
It's not so true that the gifts is just coming from the guys alone. No, I don't like that thing. I don't like hearing that, because I also give my boyfriend gifts every time, not just only on Valentine's Day, every time.
Relationship coach Stephen Omodrigbe believes what makes the Valentine experience special is most times not the gifts themselves, but the element of surprise that comes with them.
At the end of the day, what counts is the thoughtfulness that goes into what you do. A surprise is always good, especially if you're a guy. It's always wonderful you surprise the lady. That is, you do something that she's not expecting. You know, in soccer, when you do a no-look pass, when you just Messi is looking this way and he sends the ball this way, it's always nice. So when you do something that is completely unexpected, for many people, it's a season to really go all out and do something powerful, something strong to jumpstart the passion again. For some, especially if you are a man or a woman, you've constantly taken holidays together, you've constantly been intentional about remembering each other. You may not have to go all the way. So it depends on the kind of person you're with, what will thrill them, what will make them feel special. Depends on where the relationship is at. And of course, it depends on your pockets.
While the celebration of love amongst lovebirds, either old or new, is truly encouraged, it also goes without saying that true love transcends the Valentine's Day.
Lagos, Southwest Nigeria came alive as House on the Rock, in conjunction with the American government, hosted the premiere of the Hollywood movie Selma, starring British-Nigerian actor David Oyelowo. Let's go check out that event.
The Rock Cathedral, headquarters of House on the Rock, on Sunday night, hosts the premiere of the award-winning movie Selma.
We must march! We must stand up!
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's got to be open season.
May I have a word? There's no word to be had.
The night is a melting pot of major players in politics, media, entertainment, and members of the diplomatic corps. Selma is the first ever true life story of American civil rights activist Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But the interesting thing is Dr. King's character is played by a British-born Nigerian actor, David Oyelowo.
It is unacceptable that they use their power to keep us voiceless. Those that have gone before us say no more.
What Dr. King was preaching, what he was advocating for before he was cut down in 1968, was the fact that in God's eyes we are all equal. God loves us all, and that love that he has for us is the love that we are to have for one another. And so for me, to find a way whereby, like Dr. King said, love can overcome hate is going to be an incredible thing for this nation and the world generally.
The theme for the night is peace, And it all begins with a red carpet and signing on the Wall of Peace. Many who came to view Selma agree that there couldn't have been a better time to view such a movie in Nigeria than now.
I know it's about Martin Luther King, who preached peace. And as far as this country is concerned, it is most timely. Because we've entered an unknown quantity area of our lives. We're groping in the dark. Some people are trying to tell us which way to go.
I think he has a presence for every role that he has ever done. I like the fact that he's able to switch very easily.
Selma was relevant, to the moment like this and the time of Martin Luther King, and it's even more relevant to us in a time such as this when we are preparing for election.
After the order of Martin Luther King himself, the speeches of the night didn't fail to inspire. The host pastor, Paul Adefarasin, sets the tone.
The future we all want rests in a stable, peaceful democracy where people can cast their vote without the threat of bloodshed and reprisal. A mature country has its people cast their votes without fear of reprisal. A successful country allows freedom of speech, freedom of political association, and freedom from fear.
You are superstar Martin Luther King. And yes,
then came the Nigerian pride, David
We celebrate
Oyelowo.
you. Welcome home again.
I spoke to my dad recently, and we were talking about his tribal marks. He has 4 tribal marks on his cheeks, and he has the word Bale written on his stomach, tribal markings. And I just assumed that that has just been a tradition for centuries and centuries and centuries. And he said, no. We did that because in the time when slavery came into being, it was the way when we were taken away, we knew when we came back who we were and who we belonged to. And I had never heard that before. I just assumed it was a tradition that had predated slavery. So what I want to talk about tonight is a lie. A lie about identity, about who we are. You see, hearing that story from my dad, the fact that actually those scars on his face and that writing on his belly was about establishing identity. It was so that when those who had been stolen found their way back, they knew who they were, and who he was and is a king. Bale. A reminder of who he is no matter what had gone on, no matter what the lie was. That impacted me so deeply because I'm the first in over 400 years of my family line who doesn't have those scars on my face.
The U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, James Entwistle, has a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King.
Dr. King said, and I quote, "But there is something that I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice. In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred."
Selma also features as co-producer Oprah Winfrey. Others are Cuba Gooding Jr. as well as Carmen Ejogo, who plays Coretta Scott King, Dr. King's wife.